Hello guys, welcome back to the series. And in this CSS utility series, we are going to generate or we are going to create a box shadow generator today. And we will create a code generator like as we have did in our last video where we have generated border radius. So with all these adjustments and all, we can actually modify the code and we can just get the code. We can just do it the copy and we can use it anywhere we want. So same way we'll be using our or creating our box shadow generator. So this is I have not added the page currently. I've just added this card and we'll start building that. Uh, I'll start building that with you. So before doing that, I wanted to show what box shadow actually is and how it works. So here I have generated a simple box. So if I show you, I'll maybe color that a bit different. Okay, so this is the shadow. If you see here, this is the box shadow which we will be generating, and the tag or the property is this. So box shadow has five major elements in it, or we can say five properties in it, where the first one is the vertical offset. So this is for the vertical offset. Then we have horizontal offset. Then we have blur, and then we have spread, like how much it should spread, and then the color. Also, if we want this box shadow to be inside the container, then we will have to add an inset property before all the values. So this is how it works. So if I change something here, let's say on vertical offset, so you see we have a bit of values change here. Sorry, it's a horizontal offset, and then we have vertical offset. So if I change this, so it will you may notice here which is it gone a bit up. If I give it 15, it will come a bit more below. So this is how this is the vertical offset. The first one is the horizontal offset. Then we have the blur, like how much blur it should have on the background color. So here we have given CCC. So if I, let's say, give its color of 333, then how much blur it should be. So let's say I give it as 50. So you may notice here the blur is now changed and it has a more blurry kind of background or shadow inside there. And how much it should spread. So if I give it 30, so it will spread a bit more. If I just give it 3, let's say I'll keep it 1, so it will be like that. So this is for the spreading that background or spreading that shadow to the part. And this is for the color, like whatever. You can use hex, HSL, or RGB color here, so that's not a problem. So any valid color would work. And also for adding a box shadow inside an element, we just have to put inside, and this will work. This will work opposite of outside, like it will have it inside. So we will generate this code for with all the adjustments. Like we will give user adjustment for this for horizontal, then vertical, blur, spread, and color. Also we'll give user to control all these, and then according to the changes they have made, they can get the copy, they can get the code, and they can use it in their application or wherever they want. So this is what we are gonna build today. So I'll just close this and let's start with creating the page first. So I will just close. I'll just take this because we have in NextJS it is a file route. So we have to name it correctly. So I'll just take this, paste the directory, and now I'll create page.tsx. Just to check, yeah, we have that. So page is there. So if you have seen my previous video, or for the border radius, we have done something like we have our page, which is server component, and then all the other elements wherever we wanted uh, to connect with event or to get the event, we have made that as client component, so that our first page is rendered on a server, and then it is delivered on the web page as an HTML, so that the tags which are for title and description should be there, so that SEO bots can actually reach our pages. So that is why I've done that, done it like that. So now we'll follow the same way. We'll follow this also same way. So let's just check border radius page. So here, like I have added this as border radius. I've just created a component and then I've added it here. Let's add the metadata because we want that. This will be description. We'll leave it for now. We'll not change. Maybe enough. Maybe later when we actually deploy this, then we can change. Okay. Now let's create a module. Let's create a module and then we will see what all we need. Box shadow. Okay, perfect. Inside this, we'll get an index.tsx where we will wrap all the components where we which we create. We will wrap it inside this, and then we will use this wrapper in our page. So let's just create a sample wrapper component. Yeah. Okay. So this is okay. Now what we have to do is we need to check like what all we want. So first is we want a previewer that we always want. Then we want controls for all those parameters like horizontal offset, vertical offset, spread, blur, and the color. And all also if the user want the box shadow to be inside, so we have to give something for check for selecting that this is an inset, so we could generate the code for that as well. So that also we have to take care. Okay, so let's do that. Let's first we already have sliders, right? Here we have the sliders. We will actually take the code, copy this code, and we will copy this. We'll not use the same because it is something which we have already done, and we have made a lot of changes here, which is related to border radius. uh, we might create a reusable component out of it, but we can do those changes in our later videos. For this we will just stick to this, stick to what we want to achieve now, or later on we can do the optimizations and everything. So let's create slider handlers. What I'll say, yeah, I'll keep it as slider handlers. I'll name it as, just paste this. Now just change the name, slider handlers. Okay, return type CSS. Okay, no, keep this as any for now. We'll maybe change it afterwards. Okay, so what all we want? We want horizontal offset. We want vertical offset. We want blur. we want spread. First, let's give it 10 10. Here, what I'll give blur also I'll give. Okay, it is 10. I can keep spread. I'll keep 3. Like in our code, like the code which I have shown you. I'll keep it as 3 for this as well. Okay. So create style function. This is generating actually the border radius. We'll change that. We don't need all these. Okay. Okay. I forgot I was just wearing my headphones, which I was not required. So by the way, just leave that. Uh, I will, yeah, I'll comment for the for now. I'll just comment all these because these are just the creating the style. So I'll just remove that for now, and we'll work on it once we have all these things ready. So okay, so the values, what all values we want, right? So first, I think we have to keep it as or maybe we can keep it maximum of 32, and we will go minimum till minus 32 because we can get the values to minus sections. I mean minus values. We can go till that. So we'll give this as minus 32, and it will be same for all the sliders. We will also rename all the fields. So this is top, horizontal, no, okay, horizontal offset, sorry, not horizontal vertical. uh okay, that's it. Horizontal, actually this is not required. I'll just remove this because it is a pain to change it a lot of times. I'll just remove that. I don't need that because that is not that does not have any effect because we aren't using this inside any form or something. So it's just not that required. So I'll just remove this. Then we have blur. Then after that we have spread. Okay, so all the sliders will keep in one component. Then we will add another component where we will handle the colors. Colors also we will handle the shadow color. Yeah, shadow color and inset property. So we will take care of that. Also the preview changes, like where we want to show that show the preview. So for we will also give user to change the colors for the that boxes as well. So it will make it much better for users. So that is what we want to do. So let's do that here. Values, yeah, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. Type is okay. Type is correct. So let's change all these. What happened? My ID. These are not updating, not giving me suggestion of things. No problem. I just copy that. Okay, I'll just do this. I'll maybe skip. I just have to change these values. I'll skip the video. Okay, so all the values are changed. So let's just use this component here, and we will see like how does it look. Okay. I will remove this. It needs on change. That is a required property. So let's just give that. And now use this in the page. Remove this. This will again come up below this. Let's see. Okay. This is because of the on-change handler. We are actually uh, handling this. So handling the change event. So we have to make it as a client component. Perfect. So we have got this values, like what all we have. So we have this here, right? I think this actually not giving me any idea of like what value we have selected. So let's add all those, and then we will start. We will add another other things. So let's add it here. Yeah, yeah, perfect. I have the values. I'm able to see those. So this looks much better now. This looks much better. Let's do a bit more. I mean, change. Let's add it a strong tag. Let's make it look much better. If now, yeah, if now like it is more clear, like it is with the values which is in pixel, and the value is actually bold. So this looks much better. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do the same for all. Perfect. So this till now we are good. Till now we are good. Let's create a previewer. Let's create a previewer. Previewer.tsx. So this will actually take props. This will take the prop of the colors which we will select, like I have also said this earlier, like we will create another component where we will handle the colors and inset property. So this will actually get the values from there, and we will be able to display those values. So now what we will do is we will actually we will just create a box, simple box over here. Okay, the simple box, we will add a div. uh let's give this class of, also make this as, actually we can just leave this as server component. Don't have to worry about it because we are not handling any events inside this component, so we can just leave that as a server component. It is better to get more and more uh, HTML generated on server, so it will be better. So we have to give the sizes. So I was just thinking about the size. Let's make it as, let's see how much size we have kept for our, yeah, this is for 300 pixels, and that size I think is good enough. Okay, I will give this for now background white, also border and border gray. Gray, yeah, I think this is better. This is good. Also now we'll add flex, because I want to you know keep the actual thing, which because this will be the container, and inside this I will have that item which will be used to display the CSS for box shadow. So that is why I'll keep it as center, so the box shadow should be visible. So that is why I want to create it inside a container. Item center, and also justify center. Now I will, this div I can just create it as an empty div. Again, I'll have to give this classes. So for I think height and width, I can give it as 100. 100 is good. Not this, but I'll keep it as blue for now, just to check. Let's add this also. Yeah. Yeah. So this seems good to me. I can maybe increase this size. I can increase this by 50 pixels. Yeah, now this looks good. Now this looks good. I'll also give a small border radius so that it should look good, right? Not rounder, rounded. Yeah, that's okay. A bit more. Yeah, now this looks good. Yes. So now this looks good. So we have to now change, and we have to again create the CSS and then have to apply there. So let's do that. Let's do that. Add a div. Give this class of flex, or maybe give this as grid. Default would be 1 for all the mobile screens, small screens, and for larger screens we will give this column of 3, uh, where we will we will have uh, also add a gap. So first we will have the preview, then we have the sliders, like all the uh, sliding controls, and then we will have the color and all controls. So like this. So this looks good. I'll actually remove this text. I don't need that now. This is not required now. Yeah, this is better. This is better. I'm thinking about this. Should I increase the size? Maybe I'll give this as 100%, and height should be auto. Right? Do we have a height auto? Yeah. Okay. Nice. Fine. This seems good. Now I think I can increase this also. Yeah. Fine. I'm happy with this. But I'm not happy with the border. This should not. This should change a bit. Yes. Yes. I should also have this. Seems good. Okay, just leave this. I don't want to, spend my lot of time inside in this. Yeah, this is okay. I don't want to spend a lot of time in this. I want to go ahead and add those controls as soon as possible, so that we don't have a lot of time spent unnecessarily. We have to manage our time correctly. I mean, in a better way. So now we'll add maybe color controls. TSX. Ah, Here we have to add our colors type. Let's take input from this will come up from here, but again we will have to add use client because we'll be handling events. Type would be color. Let's see how this look. Okay, this looks like this. Okay, fine. Close all these first, and can I add placeholder? No, I cannot. I cannot add that, but I can actually add a label for this. So let's do that. Let's see on change what we will get. I think it should give in the target value only, but we will see. I mean change. What? I'll keep it as any type any for now. Let's log the event and let's see what we are getting from it. Let's move this. I'll maybe change it to this color, and what we have got, we have inside target and we have the value. Okay, so target dot value, we will get the correct selected color. So let's just do that. Let's handle that. I will destructure, or not destructure, basically I'll just take it from event.target. That's it. That's just the simple thing. I'll not do anything more. Yeah, for this I have to actually destructure. I forgot. This won't work if I do this. It will actually assign event.target to value, but if I destructure it, I'll get the value from the target. So now similar way, I'll just copy this first for other things as well. So see, we have to take 3 colors, right? So 3 colors would be the background color of the previewer where we are doing this, so that if I want to check, if I want to check some color which is actually not suitable or not suitable with this color, so I could have that liberty to change, right? So when we are handling it, so I'll just do it in that way. And again, we have to change I want to change this color maybe, so I'll add that also. And then again, for the box shadow, obviously we have to give that control, so we'll give it. So let's do all those changes. So this will be box background, or let's just keep it as box color, and this will be shadow color. So these would be there. And now what I'll have to do is I have to manage state. And this will also be similar to what we had in our uh, that component, I mean in our slider component, right? So this will be first the background color. I'll keep it as white. Then box color, I'll keep it as blue, but I need to take the color value actually. So let's take that value. I think I might not get the value. Okay, I got this. I can actually generate the hex value of this. Or I think I can actually take this hex value directly from here. I can actually take it. I can select this, and yes, I have got this hex value. So this is what we want, and I will just add that here. I'll also add a hash. And then we have to add our shadow color, which I'll for now keep it as CCCCC, 6 C's. Colors, set colors, and then again here I'll have to change this a bit. Field would be of type string. This will be similar to what we did it earlier. So this is actually Kareem, and this will help me in getting I mean keeping the same function for all the values and all the fields. So I can just update the correct field every time. Set colors. Inside this I'll get previous state. I'll add a previous state. Add a previous state. This will be field and then value. Perfect. Also, like we did there, I'll add colors here also. Like whatever selected color is, we'll show it. Colors dot background color. Yes, perfect. I'm able to see those. Also need to pass that as value, right? So let's pass those. Just take it, paste it. Box color also. Yes. So all colors are also displayed, and we have passed it correctly. Just give this some styling. Um, give it grid, and then give it as gap of 5. Simple. We don't have to do something else or do a lot of things. uh as we have discussed of like adding an inset property also here, so let's add that as well. Let's add that, and then we will be able to do most of our thing. I'll just check if I have something in chat cn for checkbox, if I have separate component for checkbox, or I have to, yeah, I have a separate checkbox component. So let's add that. Let's just run this, and it will add checkbox. So till then, I'll just do one thing. I'll wrap all those, and then I'll add a div here for checkbox, because also we want to add a label for checkbox also. So copy. I think I can just copy this same code here. Perfect. Just take it. Just take it. Checkbox from my component. This will be inset. This will also be inset. Inset. Perfect. Perfect. So I think my settings are there. Settings are in place. So let's now make all these workable. So in my previous video where we have created the box radius, so we were creating the CSS in the sliders component because we had only that controls there. But here we have two controls, controls component. So we need to do the CSS generation there only in the parent component, and what we'll do is we'll just take the changes. We will take the changes from the client child components, and then we will create the CSS there. So for if I go to the slider handler, so we don't need all these things. We will create this. We will create this directly there. So I'll just remove, or maybe I'll just copy this. I'll paste, cut that, and I'll just paste it here so that I don't have to write a lot of things there. I'll just keep it there. And again, if I come to my slider component where we have this change, yeah, I'll not do this. Basically, I'll do this, but with the state. I'll just pass the state to my on change component and nothing else. And also when my component is rendered, I will send the values which is by default, so that I can have the generated CSS when the component is loaded. So that is what we want to do, and that's it. That's it. I think this is it. This, I think we don't have to change anything. Similar way we have to add it for this component. So let's add first let's fix this import, and I'll just copy the prop definition because we have to same thing. This will not be the CSS, this will be the values. Name should be correct. On change, and we will, yeah, similar way we have to do. So I think we'll just do this. Remove this, new state, and then send on change, new state. Perfect. Use effect, on change, colors. Simple. So now here we have to take all those values and keep a copy of this. I think actually we are managing state 2 times, which I think is not a very good solution. It is not a very good solution. We are actually doing a lot of changes of state in here. So let's do one thing. Let's create a hook. So instead of doing that inside two other components, I'll just use it at single place, which is my main component, and I'll use it over here. Just delete this. I don't need that now. I pass all those as a prop. I don't need that. This will be similar to my slider handler. I just remove all my hooks. See, I don't want to get into a lot of complexities now because we can do those, but that will be over it for everyone. So let's not do that and just keep it simple. And we can maybe go ahead afterwards, or we can do all the refactoring thing where we can use use a context API and get the providers and all. So for now, I think it is not actually required, so let's just leave it. Perfect. Let's just remove this, manual change. I will pass all the values. Will be similar. So just remove this, refresh, and now if I change this again, this is not sending the value. Let's see why. Okay, I have got the color from here. I've got the color, but it did not get affected. It did not had the effect of that color. Let's see why. Let's see Tailwind CSS for that. Let's go there and then background. I just go to background. I think background color. Perfect. So here, if I want to arbitrary value, okay. So this is how it should be, and we have given that color. We have matched this value. This should actually work. BG hyphen brackets, and then we have our color. It should actually work, but that didn't. And why that did not work? If I give that, if I now just do that, if I do that like this worked, but when I changed it, it did not work. So this should also work then. Why does that did not work? So whenever I'm changing the value, this should work. Okay, so I think I have got the problem. So that value is not getting updated when we are changing the class. So when we are adding that in this inside this class, it is not getting affected. But when I added this as a style, and this worked. So now if I change this, let's do any value, it will get updated. So this is okay, this is sorted now. Let's make that happen for this box value as well, and then we will start working on our other part. And this will be box color. If I change this, perfect. So this is also working. And now for this I have to generate the CSS. So we'll do it in the similar way. One will be the object which we will be displaying here, which we will be creating as a style object here. And then again we will create a simple I mean simple string which will be displayed on the uh, display for the user to actually copy that. So let's do that. So preview thing is done. Preview, we will come back again where we create the CSS. So we will do that again. So let's come up here. And let's not take this from values. Rather, we will take the values from the state which we already have. Okay. Now here we don't have this. We have not this, but this. Then we have horizontal offset, vertical offset, blur, spread, and inset. So this all we have. Again, for box shadow, we have to use WebKit and Moz for same. So let's do that similar way. Shadow, make it as box shadow. This will also be a box shadow. This is actually a string, but we have to make it as an object so that we can use it in the previewer. So if you have not if you're not aware of it, you can see my previous video which was for border radius, and I have explained why I have to do this. So I have already explained that there. So let's now remove these. So if inset, let's do that. If we have an inset, true, then we will make that as true, or else we'll just do nothing. So first thing is done. Then what we need a vertical shadow, vertical offset. So let's add that first. Vertical offset, then px. Then we have horizontal, then again px. Then we have blur, and then spread, and then the color. So let's do that same thing. Blur, this will be again px. Spread, the unit is px, and then the color. So color is shadow color. That's it. Shadow color is already in hex, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's copy that, paste it. Copy, paste. Also here, copy and paste. But I think this is, we have written a lot of times. We need to change anything, we have to do it again and again. So let's do it like this. Maybe value, and we have created it once, and then just use that value. Simple. So now we don't have to, write it every time. We don't have to write every single time. Let's just do this. Yeah, and this is done. So we don't have to worry about it now. Now we have our CSS ready. Now let's do one thing. We have to do this every time, like whenever the changes are done. So let's use a memo and return it here. Return everything, whatever we are doing. Let's just return it from memo, so that it will work only when the values are changed. Okay, so it will work only when the values are changed, or else it will give us every time, it will give us the memoized value. So we don't have we don't have to work around every time or run this every time. So we have the values memoized in cache, I mean local cache, maybe we can say. Memoized value will take, and we will display it. So pass that here. So let's pass that as CSS object. I'll also use it like this. This will also be like string and then string. Here we are already using the background box color, so we can just spread this. See here. So rename this to style, and let's just use it from style. Let's see. Yes, this is working. So now if I change anything, any change, it will reflect there. Nice. Nice. If I change the color, that is also working. If I do the inset, that is also working. Perfect. So we are done. We are done with this also, and we just now need to display the code to copy. So let's do that. We already have that, right? We have that part here where we have done this as a copy to clipboard, and everything is there. So let's do one thing. Let's create this as a reusable component, and we will use this inside our uh, inside both the part. So let's do that. So this will be display code. Okay, we'll use this. Actually, just export const display code. Return, and we actually are like expecting CSS. So let's add a prop. Let's add a prop. This will be string, simple string, and nothing else. We'll just display the CSS. Also, we will take the copy to clipboard functionality from here, and we will actually, okay, that function is already in the util, so we don't have to worry about that. So let's now add that part. Okay, so we have this, right? Now what we need to do, I think it's okay. That's it. We need it to do. One thing I think need to use it as client because it's actually using navigator. So let's do that and use it in the border radius part as well. Value.css string. And again, we will do that similar way in our component. Now, one thing I'll show you what I was thinking over here. So we have a grid 3, right? We'll display it in 3 grids, and whenever we display this code, this will take one grid value and will display it below all those. But we don't want to do that. We need to take all the space available. But let's first see how it looks, and then we'll do. So here like it is actually taking one grid value. So let's not do that. Rather we will just give that the complete space. We could do that in 2 ways. I'll maybe wrap this inside a div, and I will give this whole span of 3. Yeah, so this now takes the all the space available. So we have 3 grids, so it will span along and it will have the values. So I think this looks much better. So we can actually copy it from here, or maybe I can just copy it from here. And if I again go to that input and I just give it like this, I have my shadows and I have these values copied. So this is also done. I think we have achieved quite a bit, and we have achieved something nice, and also what we wanted. So yeah, we have this. So let's do so now let's stop this video here, and in next video we'll add some other tool as well. So that will again be for CSS. So let's wait and watch, and I hope you like the video. Please like, share and subscribe, and comment your thoughts on the video, and please do subscribe and share the video with your colleagues and friends. Thank you.